Demari, welcome to my YouTube channel, and today I'm going to be doing the weekly tarot reading for the sign of Scorpio. Please keep in mind it is a general reading, so it may not apply to each and every one of you. However, you can take a look at this week's reading in regards to your Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. So do take a look at your natal chart, see the corresponding zodiac signs, and see which video's title resonates for you most. Now when it comes to the spread, I'll be pulling one card from each of the 3 oracle decks I have here. So we'll get the key theme of the week using the Quantum Oracle, we'll get some divine guidance using the Moonology deck, and a healing message using the healing mantra. When it comes to the intuitive, when it comes to the tarot, I'll be pulling from the intuitive and clarifying with the Waite. Okay? So, Scorpio, let's see what's in store for you for the week of the 1st to the 7th of February 2021. So just while I'm shuffling your cards, so I want to say a quick thank you to everyone who's been liking, commenting, subscribing, and even sharing my videos. It means a lot to have your continued support, so thank you so much for being a part of this community. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do, and don't forget to hit, oh my gosh, why can't I speak? Okay, we'll get to that. If you haven't subscribed yet, feel free to do so, and don't forget the notifications bell so you're informed of when your next set of readings goes up on the channel. Also, I am now on Twitch, so do follow me on there to be a part of the live discussions and live tarot readings. If you'd like a personal reading, you can find the information in the description box below. That's way too many cards. Yeah, I get a sense that there's something, I got so tied up, like tongue-tied in just doing your intro. You see, I can't even speak. It's even worse than it is normally for me. So I feel like, Scorpio, you guys are struggling to communicate something to someone. There's something you're holding back on, or you feel like you can't find the words, or it just doesn't come out properly. Every time you try to express something to someone, it's like you get so tongue-tied and it just like becomes a mess and you just give up, you know, because either you feel like this person doesn't listen or it's not going to be received well, right? There's some anxiety around communicating something to someone. And I just smacked my elbow. Anyway, card that you got from the Quantum Oracle is Transformation. I believe that was in reverse though. Yeah, that was in reverse, sorry. Transformation in reverse. Yeah, there's resistance. There's resistance to a change of a situation, right? Something needs to come to an end in order to begin, right? But there's resistance here, there's friction. And I feel like you know that this change needs to happen and you're trying to communicate something, but the words don't come out. And I feel like there's resistance on your part and resistance with whoever you're dealing with, right? Because I do get a sense there's something to do with an interpersonal relationship. It could be a romantic one, it could be a family member, a friend, a colleague, a boss. It could be just about anybody, but there is a need to express something because something has to change, right? Something is requiring transformation and that's trying to come through, but there's so much resistance on both sides, right? So let's see, what is the divine guidance for Scorpio at this time? Yeah, okay, like these cards wanted to flick out. How many? Oh, there's too many. I'm just gonna take the first one because that one was really glaring at me. So you have surrender to the divine. Yeah, surrender to the process, right? Full moon. We just had a full moon in the sign of Leo. There is a need to be bold, assertive at this time. You know, surrender to the process and just, then you can communicate what needs to be said, right? Because there's something that needs to be expressed, but like I said, there's friction. So there's a need to surrender to this process, to the transition, the transformation, the metamorphosis that's currently taking place for you. And once you do that, you'll find that you have the words. You'll find that you're able to express yourself purely from the heart and say what needs to be said, right? So let go of any resistance that you have to this process because it's in your highest good. That's why it's taking place, right? To transform your life, bring things into alignment for you. Okay, so let's see what the healing mantra is for Scorpio at this time. Very curious to see what you'll get. What is the healing mantra for Scorpio at this time? What is it that Scorpio needs to hear? What is the healing mantra for this week for the sign of Scorpio? Okay, here we go. So you have liberating love. And it says here, I allow myself to receive all the fulfillment I'm willing to give. Amazing. So I'll say that again. I allow myself to receive all of the fulfillment I'm willing to give. Very important. Okay, so that's your mantra for the week. So yeah, there's definitely love trying to come in, I feel. So some of you, it's definitely like a relationship, or it's a connection with a family member that's trying to be transformed by the divine, okay? So there is friction here, there's resistance, but you need to be open. Your heart space needs to be open so that you can communicate from the heart authentically and honestly about how you truly feel. Because I get a feeling that there is friction between you and another person, but I feel like there is mutual love here. It's just neither of you are particularly open to expressing it or receiving it at this point. Because of fear, because of perhaps what's happened in the past, right? And like I said, whether it's a relationship or a family connection, you know, you'll know. Yeah, you can see that smack bang in the middle, you spread that uncertainty, that friction. Okay, interesting. So, into the tarot messages. First card out is Page of Wands in reverse, okay? Fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You could have fire in your chart or be dealing with someone who has fire heavily in their chart or prominently. Regardless, someone is, again, this is a lack of action, this is a lack of communication, a lack of wanting to make the first move, right? Because of fear, because of uncertainty, friction, like I said. It's like as soon as you get the courage to say something, you pull back again. And I feel like that's the same for whoever you're dealing with. I feel like there's a lot of mirroring going on. I'm getting a sense of that. Next card out is the Nine of Wands, more fire energy. That's the thing. There is a desire here to communicate. There is a desire to reach out, but there's so much fear, right? There's so much fear. So it's like you're very reluctant to do that. But the more you surrender to the process, the more you just give your fear over to the divine to be alchemized, the more confident you will feel, and the more you'll just feel inspired in just to say what you need to say, to let it just flow, regardless of the outcome, right? So that's why surrendering this energy to the divine is really crucial for you at this time, because that's what's going to help free you from that fear and, you know, uncertainty and doubt, right? Because you're afraid of being burned again on some level, Scorpio. But because remember, the Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior, so you're afraid of being burned again. Next card is the King of Wands. King of Wands? He's over there. King of Pentacles in reverse. So earth energy, specifically associated with Taurus, okay? So you could have Taurus in your chart, you could be dealing with a Taurus. But regardless, I feel like, yeah, there is a sense of instability when it comes to the connection, okay? Especially if the person you're dealing with is a masculine, right? You feel like that this person isn't perhaps secure in themselves, that they aren't perhaps financially stable, or that their environment isn't stable. Perhaps they change location a lot because of their work, and maybe that's where partially the fear comes in, because you're afraid to invest in a connection where maybe you're constantly changing location, or the person you're dealing with is constantly changing location, or that, you know, the energies are just fluctuating constantly between you two, right? Take it however it resonates for you. But there is a sense of instability here, and that also creates the fear, right? But it's asking you to just let your heart guide you. Let it flow from the heart, right? You both need to do that. Next card out is King of Wands. Yeah, this is Leo energy, so you could be having Leo in your chart or be dealing with one. But this is about self-empowerment. This is about confidence. This is about assertion. This is about, you know, literally knowing that you are co-creator, that you can manifest anything that you want into existence. This is a boss. This is an entrepreneur. This is a self-starter, right? It's that energy. So it's asking you to step back into the zone of someone who is confident, that is that has faith in their abilities, right? To turn any situation around. You know, take initiative. That's what I'm definitely getting here. Take the initiative. Because like I said, you and this person are mirroring each other. So if you want this to turn around, if you want this to become more stable, you need to show up in the right energy, set the tone, so that person has to meet you at that level, right? Otherwise it will just, you know, fall by the wayside. So if you want things to change, you have to embody the change, right? Next card out is the Nine of Pentacles. There we go, Scorpio. I like this. So this is you going from the Nine of Wands to the Nine of Pentacles. So we have 2 nines out already. We might get a third. So the numbers 9, 99, and 999 could be very significant. Do check that out in terms of numerology if you are seeing those numbers constantly appear in your reality. The number 9 is very significant. That speaks of collective consciousness. That is like a very ascendant energy, but it can also represent illusions, right? It can represent falsehood. So definitely applies here. When you are operating from, you know, this sense of gnosis and letting your heart lead you, you know, you're headed in the right direction. But as soon as your fear comes in, that's when the illusions come in, right? But this is you bossing up. This is pre-Empress energy, the Nine of Pentacles. This is someone who is abundant. This is someone who knows they're abundant, that they have everything they need as a singular and whole and complete being, and therefore attracts what is in their highest good and achieves their highest potential by knowing oneself, right? By knowing the value of oneself. Amazing. So you see how this transformation is so key to your life, but also to how you feel within yourself, right? Again, it does require you to surrender your fears to the divine and have faith and trust that yes, you are abundant, that you can manifest anything that you want as soon as you put your mind, heart, soul, attention in the right energy. And then finally, you have the Knight of Swords, okay? So this is specifically associated with Gemini. So you could be dealing with a Gemini or have Gemini in your chart. But someone is taking action here. I see you getting into the right energy, and perhaps just you being in this pre-Empress energy is going to help bring this person in. It's going to, you know, there may be some telepathic communication that's taking place. And because you two are so connected, I feel like this person will feel that change in energy within you, that energetic shift, and they'll feel compelled to take action in your direction, to communicate what needs to be said, to finally get everything out in the open, so that a sense of stability and resolution can come into the picture. So that's very good. Okay, so I do see this turning around, but it's a process, you know, and it's been a long one. Okay. So let's see what else we can find out as we clarify. Yeah, that's the thing, it's already the cards that are coming out, it just says it all. It just summarizes everything that I've been saying, really, and just highlights some key factors here. We don't realize how much of a mess our fear can make things, you know, how it can create so much disarray just because we assume the worst, because we're fearful that it's one way when it's actually another, you know. So that's why it's so important to just deal with that head on. Okay. So, clarifying the Page of Wands in reverse, you have the Tower in reverse, so that's Scorpio energy, your energy, and you have the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, like I said, you have to take the initiative. You need to be assertive. If you want to rebuild the connection, right? Rebuild these foundations with this individual, you need to be willing to put the work in. And that means putting the work into yourself, allowing these changes within to take place so you can start making changes externally. Amazing. Clarifying the Nine of Wands, you have the Seven of Swords, air energy, and Temperance, Sagittarius. So you could be dealing with a Sag. It's like, yeah, the more you kind of resist, right? The more you resist just surrendering to the process, allowing this transformation to take place, the more you resist communicating what needs to be said and just actually, allowing things to be worked out in the background for you, the more you're just going to find yourself getting caught up in the situation and feeling like you're stuck, that you can't move, that you just end up in this hitting the same roadblocks, right? That's why literally the divine is trying to step in and help alchemize things in the background where healing is required, right? All it requires on your part is to, surrender to the process and to take that initial step forward, right? Clarifying the King of Pentacles. I keep saying that about the King of Pentacles. So I feel like this is very much tied together, which makes perfect sense. But clarifying the King of Pentacles, you have the Justice card in reverse, that's Libra, and you have the Seven of Wands in reverse, okay? So yeah, there is a need to create balance within, okay? Definitely, we know that, right? Because at the moment, you've been blocking a certain level of abundance, especially when it comes to this connection. You've been creating resistance. I wouldn't say blocking, but there's resistance. Like I said, there's friction because of your fears. But it's like, if you want to see stability, right, within the connection, within yourself, you need to make those necessary changes. And you need to start by just being completely open, honest, authentic about where exactly you stand, what you will and will not stand for, and what it is that you're seeking at this point, right? So if you want things to be stable within the connection, you need to show that you are operating from that stable point yourself, right? Because you attract whatever you're putting out. And right now things are imbalanced. And even if you're dealing with someone who seems very in and out, who's unstable, that changes their energy out, yeah, they need to do the work also, right? Because I feel like they are open to love here, but they are feeling very unstable when it comes to possibly their environment, their finances, their career, and I feel like that just makes things worse, right? Clarifying the King of Wands, you have the Three of Swords, okay, and then the Sun in reverse. Yeah, it's basically saying you have the power to heal your heart. Whatever took place in the past, you have the power to overcome this, right? Maybe ego got in the way. Maybe this person chose third-party energies. We're thinking of short-term rather than the long-term. Maybe that's where things are very difficult, because there's still a certain level of forgiveness that is required and you haven't been able to reach that point. Or maybe it's a past pain that you experienced in a different connection that you're still having to heal from, right? And that's why you're not ready to have this new beginning with this new person, or restart the connection if it's the same person, because this pain still needs to be addressed. So again, there is a need for communication here either way. Clarifying the Nine of Pentacles, you have the Three, why did I say the Three? Anyway, the Seven of Pentacles, and you have the Page of Wands, okay? So we've got the number 7 repeating as well. So 7, 77 and 777 is all prominent for you. That is a very spiritual number. That is the number of spiritual alchemy, transformation. It's also the number, again, of possible deceptions, right? Because there's always like a positive and negative aspect to all numbers, right? So there is a need to tackle anything that's deceptive through honest, open, passionate communication, letting it flow organically, letting it come from within, from the light within you, not your shadow. Your shadow is the one that's injecting fear into the connection and the situation. Let it come from the light, let it come from the heart. Communicate what it is that you want, what it is that you're seeking, what your intentions are, and find out what this person's intentions are with you, and make it abundantly clear that you need this open, honest communication if anything could even begin to flourish here, right? Because you've already invested in certain aspects of your life. So if you're going to involve that of another, especially when you are showing up as incredibly abundant here, you need to make sure that you're on the same page and that they're going to add rather than take away from that, okay? And then finally, clarifying the Page of Swords, Knight of Swords, I don't know why I keep switching them around. Anyway, Knight of Swords, King of Pentacles in the upright, awesome. Knight of Cups in reverse, not so awesome. And the Lovers card, okay? So very strong Gemini showing up here, strong Taurus as well. So you could be dealing with either of those signs. But I feel like this person, I feel like this is the other person. I feel like the other person is going to communicate to you that they are here, that they know that they need to take action. They've been working on their stability. They know that this is causing a problem for themselves and also for the connection. So they're really working on that and they're getting to a more grounded, stable place. If they messed around in the past, they want to show you, prove to you that they're not like that anymore, that they are dependable, that they are loyal, that they are honest, right? It's just that their fear, like yours, gets the better of them sometimes, and they find it difficult to express their emotions, to express exactly how far this goes, how far their love actually runs deep within, right? But they want to express that, but they want to put it in a way that's real, that's not, you know, that doesn't sound like it's just all talk, right? And fancy words, you know, they want to build something very tangible with you, right? But they want to know if this is even possible at this point. They want to know a final decision. So I feel like the ball's actually in your court, Scorpio, whether or not this happens. It's like I'm coming here, I'm showing up, I'm bringing everything I have to the table, and this is not just a good talk, okay? This is legitimate, okay? So I'm not going to bullshit you with fancy words. I'm just going to tell you, like, I want to build long term with you, but I need to know once and for all, is this something you truly want? Can we build this connection from the ground up afresh? So that's up to you, Scorpio. So you're going to need to take a moment to really process that on a deep level and come to a final decision on the matter. So I really hope this helps. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you found it useful, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do, and don't forget the notifications bell. And yeah, I feel like the more empowered you become, the clearer it will become for you, and then you'll be able to come to a final decision, okay? A clear, definitive judgment call, okay? So I hope that helps. Sending you guys lots of love, and I will speak to you soon. Bye.